Hello, everyone. Welcome to the ALP1 podcast. I'm your host, Sidonia Muse. Tonight, joining me, well, this morning for him, but it's my co-host, Golden Sniper from the land down under.
Yep.
And it's another installment of the ALP1 podcast. This time, we're talking about the NACS driver ratings for the Mexican Grand Prix.
Fuck's sake.
So, an interesting race. Not a bad race, but not like an out of this world race either. It's probably somewhere in the middle, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a mid race, but also kind of exciting because of the final 5 laps were absolutely crazy because we had it rain and everyone had to stay out on dry tires that were like super, super worn, and people were all over the place.
Yep.
But other than that, people got spaced out a lot in the race, but the main thing was the quali. The gaps were actually really close for the quali, which showed a lot of promise for the end of the season. Some of the tracks we got coming up, like Monza, like Brazil, we could have some really close battles at some of these tracks at the end of the season. So that's awesome to see. And of course, you know, I'm like the number one hater of this track, but somehow ended up having a great drive here, which we'll get to at the end. But yeah, don't know where that came from.
Out of your ass.
But yeah, sometimes you get surprised. But without further ado, Golden, unless you got anything else to say, we can get right into it.
Absolutely not, mate. Let's fucking kick this bitch off.
Alrighty, we'll start off with the Williams drivers because both of them were there. We're talking about Alex and Caleb, starting with Alex. He qualified 6th and finished 6th. There was a lot of promise shown with Alex this week, in my opinion. There was a lot of promise. He wasn't able to, which again was his own fault, but he invalidated his final lap in up there. Pete actually. His 1 lap pace was looking really good. However, in the race, he got caught up in that stuff with Kay at the beginning, and then he had a ton of time penalties. He was just all over the place, but still showed a lot of promise and was hanging it with Kay and you and Sling there in like the back half, the latter half of the group, just going at it with the guys. So he still showed a lot. Made an amazing overtake from what I heard. I never saw it, but apparently it was really good.
It was very good.
But yeah, so I've gone with 6 out of 10 for Alex. Qualified 6th, finished 6th. I've gone with 6 because he showed a lot of good promise, but unfortunately can't reflect it in the result. But I saw a lot of good things there.
I've gone 1 lower. I've gone for a 5. Again, good promise and everything, and I still can't get that overtake out of my head. For those people who are living under a rock, this man literally did a double send on both me and Sling as we were coming. I think it was part of the middle part of Sector 2. He's just absolutely just fucking sent it into the stadium part and made it stick, and I have to applaud the ballsy effort. But what brings him down was his immense amount of time penalties. I think at one point he had 28 seconds of time penalties. I do think 10 seconds were because he spent in the pit lane, but yeah, just really unfortunate for Alex, and you just hope he bounces.
It is, yeah.
Back.
We definitely do. We definitely do. But his teammate Caleb was also 5 and 6 for Alex. His teammate Caleb qualified 4th and finished 4th. Made some. Obviously, he got a really harsh 10-second time penalty for a very small bit of contact. That shouldn't even have warranted a penalty at all. Probably should have just been a warning from the game. But the game gave him a 10-second penalty, and that he had to serve. But then he still ended up finishing only if he had a 3-second time penalty. If he hadn't had a 3-second time penalty for track limits, he actually would have got the podium in the end over Pete. Funny enough. Like he caught up to us. He caught up to me and him at the end. But he still made it. Still made a couple of mistakes though. He was still a little over the place. I think he wasn't too focused this race because some new games just came out.
Mhm.
I don't think he was caring super much, but just the fact that he lost all that time to stuff that was no fault of his own and still almost got a podium in the end. I was going to give him a 7, but I've actually been really nice with Kay. I've given him an 8.
Mm.
Because the fact that he almost got P2 in the end out of that is kind of crazy.
Mm. See, I'm more of a cunt this week. I've actually gone for the 7. Um, did make
Okay.
a couple mistakes, like you said, but I maybe should have gone for the 8. But I mean, it's still that time penalty kind of cost him the podium, and the game kind of shafting him in the foot. But unfortunately, we couldn't do anything about that. So he had to take it on the chin, and my God, he fucking took it on the chin and almost swiped everyone in a good way.
Yeah, almost came right back through. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but still 7s and 8s. Good result for him considering that he didn't even get podium this week. So that just showed he was still driving fairly solid. And then on to the Ferraris of Pete and Sling. Slingshot unfortunately qualified last and finished last. But I've still gone straight down the middle with Sling. I've gone for a 5 out of 10, just because he was actually battling and hanging with some of you guys for a bit.
Mm.
So it wasn't like he was just in complete no man's land the whole race. Like there were points where he was actually going at it with you guys and fighting for position. So I think history definitely screwed him over because with how good he is on his tires, he probably could have done a 1-stop, but he decided he did like a 2-stop in the end, didn't he?
Yeah, he did a 2-stop. He was the only one that got a lap at the end.
Yeah, because he did that 2-stop. Yeah.
Yep.
So, but
Yep.
I think that also is why he finished so far behind. I think if he hadn't done that, it wouldn't have been nearly as bad looking.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So I've just gone for the middle with Sling. Just got some points for his team, finished the race, didn't really do anything wrong.
Mm.
You know, nothing too bad.
Mm. We finally agree on something. I've also gone for a 5. To be fair, he was pretty quick, man. His result doesn't show for how good he was doing at the start. Keeping up with me, Alex, a little battle between the three of us, with Alex sending it 40,000 cars deep and making it stick. Yeah, I feel like it doesn't show him justice how low he finished. I reckon he had a decent weekend, but it's not something to really write home about, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. It's decent though.
Mm.
Interested to see how he does next season.
100%.
But then his teammate Pete qualified second. I think he was I think he was like 2.5 tenths off a pole.
Mm-hmm.
Qualified second. And then he was gonna finish the race in second, but then the rain came and his rear left tire apparently, from what he told me, was over like 90%. And he didn't want to risk. He played it really safe. Didn't fight me too hard there at the end, and then. But yeah, it almost fell apart from at the end though, because he nearly dropped a P4 there at the end, because he also had a time penalty. But I could have gone with an 8, same as K, but he did still secure the podium, and was chilling there. Me and him were chilling there, just a little bit behind Kogo for most of the race. So he still showed great pace in the race and did way better than I expected him to there. I expected him to like mess up worse there than how he actually did, to be honest, because it was more just because the rain came at the end. He would have been fine otherwise. So yeah, I've still given him a 9 out of 10. I was considering an 8, but I'm gonna be nice. I've given him a 9.
Mm. I guess I'm the arsehole again this week. I've actually gone for the 8. Um, just stock standard P weekend. Had a couple good shit here and there. Decent quality position with the it's not decent, it's fucking lovely with the P2. But I did give him the 8 because there's maybe just one or two drivers up ahead who probably just have the race of their fucking life. So, but still an 8's really good for Pete, considering he's still got the podium with his real left tire wanting to kill itself.
Yeah, that's also partly why I gave him a 9, was for making it to the end without popping that tire. But at the same time, I was also considering the 8 because his race start was really bad. Like, he should have been able to fight Kogo into turn 1, but instead he was under threat from me behind him because his race start was so bad.
Yep.
Whereas Kogo had a great start, so yeah, that definitely affected his whole race from then, because then Kogo just got away. And he wasn't able to do anything about it. But yeah, still decent race for Pete, though. Still holds the lead in the championship right now by 14 points, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going into Miami next, which is a track he won there last season. So we'll see if he pulls more points at Miami or not. Be interesting to see. Next, we'll move on to Kogo. Won McLaren. His teammate Great Ace wasn't there. Kogo qualified on pole, and he won the race by about. He slowed down a little bit at the end because it started raining and he was playing it safe. But he won the race by like 8 or 9 seconds, I think, over me. But yeah, he just seemed perfectly in control the whole time. Just drove really well. Didn't make any big mistakes. Just got away. Had an amazing start as well. Probably one of his best race starts I've ever seen from him, to be honest. Just got away cleanly and just led the whole race. So I mean, it's an easy 10 out of 10 for Kogo.
You can't fault him.
What can you say?
You can't fault him at all.
10,
yeah. Pole.
Yeah.
Snatched a pole by 40,000 light years.
He's keeping himself. He's keeping himself relevant in the championship too. Like I said.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to see how Miami goes, though, because Miami's a track where, last season he didn't do too good there. Like his teammate Great Ace was about to actually finish ahead of him in P2, but then Great Ace DNF in the second last lap last time we were at Miami. So like Great Ace was actually the better looking McLaren at Miami last time out. But Kogo also hated the track way more on last year's game, though. So this could be different game, different feel, different tire strategies. We'll see how it goes for Kogo at Miami. Yeah, but 10 out of 10. You said you gave him a 10 too, right?
Yep, 10s across the board. Can't fault the little shit.
Okay, and then finally onto the Alpines. Me and you will start with Golden.
Yeah.
Qualified fifth and finished fifth. I was gonna give you the same rating as K. I was gonna give you an 8, but then I was like, no, I don't think that's fair to K because he like caught way up at the end and all that. So I decided to give you a 7 out of 10 because I did feel like it was one of your weakest drives this season. Because this is funny. This is something that would happen to me and Alex or me and Pete all the time when we were teammates as well. It's like whenever they would have a good race, I'd have a shit race, and whenever they'd have a shit race, I have a good race. It's just how it goes. But yeah, I shouldn't have been fucking around in that practice session, man. Should have been practicing. Should have locked in.
I think you're forgetting one other thing. The stupid 10-second time penalty got right off the rip as well. That I shouldn't have gotten.
Yeah, that's true. But K had that as well. At least you still beat Alex.
With 25 seconds of time penalties.
Yeah. But you still had like 9 seconds of time penalties, did you?
I think it was 9, 12, plus I did have that spin right in front of Alex and Sling, which was awkward.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what I'm saying. Like I think that's why I've gone with a 7. because it's still 10 points for the team.
Yep.
Which is huge in the constructors with McLaren.
Huge.
Since grade 8 wasn't there, so that's still massive. So I don't want to give you any lower than a 7, but I can't give you any higher than a 7 because I just feel like it was. I don't even think that's controversial. I mean, it was one of your less good. It was one of your less good drives this season. You were kind of like always on the back foot the whole time. Just could never really seem to get ahead or get going. There was always something coming up. So yeah, what have you gone for yourself this week?
It was tough, man. Oh, because I'm fucking harsh on myself and shit. With everything, the 10-second time penalty, that wasn't my fault. That was the game being gay. But if we glossed completely over that, I just had no pace this weekend, man. I don't know. It was, like you said, it was one of my weaker drives. It's not Jeddah. It's not my Jeddah race, and it's not my Abu Dhabi race, but it's still shit.
Yeah.
But then again, I did out-qualify Sling, and I did out-qualify Alex, and I did beat both of them. I was really thinking of 5 through all the shit I got into, but I think the most logical thing I can give myself is a 6, and even then it sounds ridiculous.
No, that makes sense because that's one higher than what you gave Sling and Alex, and yeah, I wanted to give you, and I gave Alex a 6. That's why I'm giving you a 7. I wanted to give you a higher rating than Alex because you still beat him in the end.
Mm-hmm.
You still were a little more consistent than him, but yeah. 7. Again, still not as bad as my Silverstone drive. Definitely not the worst Alpine drive of the season.
Oh, there's been a couple clangers, mate. Are we not forgetting Spa?
Yeah, we don't.
We didn't talk about that.
It's fine. You still inherited like P5, I think. It's fine.
Yeah, but
it's fine.
Fucking podium. Anyway, that's for after. That's for after.
But anyways, lastly, myself, Sidonian Muse, I qualified third. Just a tiny bit off of Pete. I think I was like half a tenth off him or something like that. It was like a 10 for half a 10 for something like that.
Yep.
So one of my better qualifyings this season too, to be honest.
And you beat your
Not that far off of Paul. Yeah, I beat my teammate. Yeah. And I got P fucking 2, which I think context is really important because last week I had P2 at Bahrain, but my driver rating for myself at Bahrain was a 9. But that's because I expect more of myself at Bahrain because I've won the past 2 races that we did at Bahrain. So for me to not win Bahrain, I can't give myself a 10 for that P2. So I gave myself a 9. But this week, everyone knows I fucking despise Mexico. I hate this track. It's just so poorly programmed with the overheating of the tires, and there's no way to keep them down unless you drive super slow, which causes the race to be a snooze fest. No one wants to overstress their tires.
Yawn.
And actually push. But regardless, I stayed with Pete for most of the race, and he wasn't even driving bad either. Like, he was really locked in this week, it seemed. He just overpushed his tires a little bit, so his were more gone than mine at the end. But got the P2 over him, which Kogo was definitely happy about because it allowed him to pull an extra 3 points on P.
100%.
He was definitely super happy about that. But yeah, no, P2. This is my first time since Canada that I'm actually going to give myself a 10.
Bring out the
I know I won Canada and I didn't win this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't win this, but this felt like a win to me, even though it wasn't a win, if that makes sense. P2 at Mexico. That's actually 2, because we've only done 2 Mexico races, and I've actually gotten P2 in both of them. So statistically, Mexico is nowhere near my worst track at all, actually.
It's just shit.
It's just shit though. But I've given myself a 10. I don't even fucking care. I know it's more of a 9 than a 10. I don't even fucking care.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I was thinking a 9 wholeheartedly because that is technically a 9 out of 10 performance, you know. Slap it in the
Hmm.
second row, grab that P2 by its balls. But hang on. Is that an NDA under my fucking table? No, sorry, it's the wrong thing. Hang on, just once. Yeah, it's a 10. 10. Hang on. Oh, fuck. Where did that come from? But yeah, through no external judgment, 10.
There's just nothing else to say.
Well, you're a fucking podium, dude. You beat your fucking teammate. You outqualified your teammate, who's a dumb cunt. You beat your teammate, who's a dumb cunt. And you made him look like a fucking rookie. And then also scored a couple little shits in front of him as well.
And beating Pete after that Bahrain race was so
That as well,
satisfying.
absolutely. So I mean,
And not getting a single track limit warning when everyone
fuck,
else had a fuck ton of time
you really
penalties.
glaze yourself there, don't you?
Well, I'm just saying, like, everyone else had time penalties. I didn't have a single fucking warning, man.
Tacky man. I wish I could be like you.
Yeah,
But yeah, 10, dude. You know, for all the reasons I stated, and totally not the NDA under my table.
thanks. Thanks, man. We're doing better than ALP1 in real life, anyway.
More race wins as well, and podiums. I'm still waiting for my one, man. I'm still waiting. It's surely I don't have to go winless this fucking season.
Surely.
Surely. What are you fucking ripping on my accent, you cunt? Because
We'll see.
if we're not counting the first season I joined, yeah, it's fucking waffle. Anyway, waffle. That's for later.
This man, he is the Monaco merchant. Can
Fuck
he also
off.
become the Can he become the Monza merchant? Let's find out in 2 weeks.
What kind of fucking analogy was that? Everyone knows I'm
But
a fucking virgin at street tracks. Very Taiwan.
well, let's see. Let's see what you can do at Miami then.
Oh, in Miami. Am I wake up with no Jimmy?
Folks, that's the ratings for this week. It was a okay race. I mean, it was better than the real life race at Singapore anyway, because that was the fucking worst race of the season in real life. That was an absolute fucking stinker.
That
But
was funny when you said the real life Mexico, then I realized it hadn't fucking happened yet.
yeah.
Jeez, maybe I need some sleep.
But yeah, Miami tomorrow.
Whoa.
Miami tomorrow. Let's see what we can do.
Fucking cook.
I'll see if we can pull some points on McLaren, the constructors, because that's the main focus right now. I would like to see if we can still try to get that constructors win for Alpine.
Maybe if your teammate didn't miss a couple races.
Maybe. Yeah, that definitely would have helped.
Yeah.
That definitely would have helped.
External factors, mate. External factors. I will say that. Things popped
Mm-hmm.
up. It's not because I think
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Do you have anything else to say, Golden, before we wrap things up?
We're forgetting our sponsor this week, mate. You kind of keep forgetting. We kind of keep forgetting every week. I know one time it was fucking who knows what the fuck it was, but this week we're proudly sponsored by DiGiorno Frozen Pizza. And that's all I have to say.
Nice. Oh my.
We're about to
Anyways,
get
folks.
a slice of Miami tomorrow. God fucking damn it.
Yep, for sure.
So
yeah, we'll see you guys next time when we do our driver ratings for the Miami Grand Prix.
On time.
I'm your host, Idoni Muse. Thanks for joining me, Golden.
No problem. Can you let me out of your basement?
Sure. We'll see you guys next
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.